Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let's get started now. I am GUO Pei from Agricultural University, and I'm from the School of Economic and Management. I'm very delighted to attend the Sino-German Agricultural Week, and the previous 2 days of activities were very informative. Today, our topic is the transformation and upgrading of agricultural value chain. We need to consider all the chains from farm to table, how to add more value to the whole production process. We will have 6 speakers today. And first of all, let's invite the first speaker from Bayer, China, Mrs. Wei Yuzhao. Distinguished Professor Guo, friends from Germany, and representatives from the value chain. I'm Wei Yuzhao from Bayer, China, and I'm from Government Affairs Department. Today, I would like to brief you on how Bayer, China use innovation to shape renewable agriculture. And I need some technical support to come to the next slide. In China, Bayer have 3 different divisions and mainly committed to 3 areas, which are the healthcare consumption, prescription, and crop sciences. In terms of healthcare production, we are committed to helping millions of patients in a wide range of therapeutic areas. And in terms of crop sciences, we are trying to contribute to food security and more resilient food systems. So for nutrient food, sustainability of the agri-food system and the health of the public, we have contributed a lot. From this slide, you can have a clearer look at some very well-known brands in our 3 areas. Among the healthcare sector, the White Plus Black, Elevate, and Telsit. These are very famous brands of our company. And in crop sciences, Provence tomato are very famous crop variety. We have in China, we had a revenue of 4.259 billion euros in 2022, and the number at a global level is 50.7 billion euros. We spent 6.6 billion euros for research and investment. And our R&D not only focuses on products and plants, but also focus on renewable agriculture. And when we mention renewable agriculture, you may ask, what's its definition? In China, we have a saying that people should pay attention to its very foundation. And when I visited a forest in China, in that forest, if a tree fell down, you don't need to remove it. It can recover and regrow by itself. That's the capability of renewable. And to increase agricultural productivity and farmers' incomes, we cannot stop our steps, but we can cultivate our capability for self-recovery. That's why we need to improve the fertility of our soil and protect biodiversity, protect various natural resources like water and soil. And Bayer has provided a wide range of solutions, such as through biotechnology, hybrid wheat, and short stature corn. We also use some bioactive agents to increase the amount of the biomicrobes in the soil. In addition, we also have digital and data solutions in this regard. The picture on the right of the slide is the short stature corn cultivated by Bayer. For normal corn, it is easy to fall and bend under extreme weathers. And that's why Bayer developed a variety of short stature corn. It has went to the public in Mexico and has conducted large-scale experiment in the United States. The height of this kind of corn is below 2 meters. That's why it is resistant to falling and bending. But below the soil surface, it has well-developed root system. That's why it can reduce yield losses in high winds and other extreme environments. In Europe and America, people use many machines to mechanize their production, and shorter plants can facilitate more timely and precise use of fertilizers, insecticides, and fungicides by general farm machinery throughout the growing season. And the precise use of chemicals can also reduce negative impact on the environment. And our returns to farmers can be summarized with three letters, which are P, protection, A, access, and Y, yield potential. This is another project called per carbonyl. So, as you can see, there is a reduction of 74% of carbon emissions, and let me elaborate on this figure. In UNEP, there is a Scope 3 number. It calculates the planting, harvesting, and processing of soybean. The whole cycle carbon emission was calculated as 2,600 kilograms of carbon dioxide. And as we found out that as Brazil is in tropical region, so the carbon dioxide emission is not that much. It was only 1,400 kilograms. And in Bayer's solution, the initial number of carbon emission was 925 kilograms, and this is an important figure because this is a benchmark of the carbon emission at the very initial stage. It is not cheating for the decrease from 2,600 kilograms to 925 kilograms. Although we haven't taken any solutions from this stop, but getting the accurate number is already a very important work. And after we employing the digital solutions provided by Bayer, we actually have a 29% of decrease of carbon emission from 925 kilogram to 657 kilogram. We will register the land information of the farmers, and we make sure that the land has an year of over 10 years of farming. We also have tracking system supported by the blockchain. Farmers can promise that all the behaviors are in line with laws and regulations. And the whole process, the whole cycle can be traced through blockchain. In the previous slide, this is our deliverables in 2023. The 4 million packages of soybeans have been in international trade for exports. This is only a small amount of product, but next year it will be scaled out in Brazil. I've discussed with an agricultural expert that is it true that China buy more and can contribute more to the world agriculture? But it is not the case. And finally, I want to conclude my speech by making a summary. I've introduced how Bayer integrates renewable agriculture. That is how to use technology and innovation to improve the capability of self-recovery of our agriculture. And second, raising an example of the short stature corn to prove that this definition and this philosophy is feasible. And thirdly, I also introduced the blockchain technology application in the soybean carbon emission reduction. We can achieve precise capture of different data and cooperate with our upstream and lower stream cooperator to contribute to renewable agriculture together. And the whole process is transparent and secure. We also have a project about the directly seeded wheat in other countries. And we are also finding ways to do more and apply this technology in China. And I also hope we can conduct more projects about renewable agriculture in China. Agriculture is really very important, and I hope I can explore and contribute more to China's agriculture. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for your presentation, Mrs. Wei. You introduced to us an important concept, renewable agriculture. And the core of this concept is to ensure the sustainability and renewability of agricultural resources. She also said various practices in corn and rice in Mexico and in India. We also hope that Bayer solutions can also be applied in China as well. And next, let's invite the second speaker, Mr. MENG Xiangjie from BASF Group.
Distinguished guests, good morning. First, I want to thank the organizer of the event for providing me the opportunity to present our company. Our topic today is the work of BASF in promoting sustainable agriculture. BASF is a leading chemical company in the world, and our work is related with our everyday life. With our advanced technologies, we have been launching products that are eco-friendly so as to better meet the needs of the people. Meanwhile, we also hope that we can produce our products in a more sustainable and eco-friendly way. Therefore, BASF China has proposed an objective of reducing CO2 emissions by 25% by 2030. Meanwhile, we are also improving our productivity. For example, we have invested 10 billion euros in Zhanjiang, Guangdong province to build production bases. And after putting into the operation, the bases will use 100% green energy so that we can meet net zero emission by 2050. Meanwhile, our company has also proposed full goals in green agriculture. For instance, we want to develop more eco-friendly crop varieties and soil management solutions. So as to provide more technical support to climate-smart solutions. Meanwhile, we are also seeking to optimize our products and solutions to improve their sustainability. Moreover, we are also improving our farm management systems, including the pesticide spraying machines, to improve the efficiency of management. And lastly, we are also working with the whole industry to launch drug use training for farmers. So as to improve the awareness of the farmers on drug safety. In the coming 10 years, green agriculture will be a prevailing trend. And in this process, improving productivity is also a major goal. Just as indicated by the Central Document number 1 in 2023, the major goals are to improve crop yields and also by launching agricultural demonstration projects, we want to increase the efficiency of agricultural input. So the objectives of our company are highly in line with those of the government. Our green innovation drives sustainable agricultural development throughout the whole life cycle of our products. Taking one of our products as an example, we use lemons to increase the activity of urease enzymes. If such substances cannot be absorbed by crops, it will be turned into nitrous oxide and then emitted into the atmosphere. Therefore, the use of urine is also a major contributor of greenhouse gases. But our product can help reduce the release enzymes so that the substance can be decomposed very slowly, thus reducing the emissions of greenhouse gases into the atmosphere. Limas can help us reduce the emission of nitrous oxide by around 20%. And the CO2 emission reduction is also equivalent to 0.7 pounds of greenhouse gases. Meanwhile, in our production basis, we are also using green electricity. Emphasis has also been put to our product packaging. The conventional aluminum foil bag packaging has been replaced with more eco-friendly materials. To achieve the goal proposed by the 12th five-year plan, BASF China has also been cooperating with other research institutions in China to launch demonstration projects on corn, rice, wheat, peanut, soybean, and vegetables. During the process, we found that green technologies can also help us reduce pollution while increasing productivity. And the growth in yields can be as high as 19%. After deducting the drug costs on rice, corn, and other major crops, the growth in revenue can be 100 RMB yuan per mu. While in oil products, the increase can be as high as 300 RMB yuan. From 2021 to 2025, we will continue our cooperation with such institutes to assess conventional pesticides and fertilizers. For instance, we replaced many conventional pesticides and reduced their use by 60%. Once the new type of pesticide is applied to cornfields, the reduce of conventional ones can be 70%. Meanwhile, by developing new type of chemicals, we also ensure the reduction of pesticide use and the safety of products. Moving on to the 14th five-year plan, our country has been promoting sustainable agriculture. Therefore, we are also trying to bring new technologies to the tech fields, such as the urine enzyme and Yifa. And also in drought areas in the West, we are also promoting water-saving varieties. By promoting the herbicide-tolerant rice varieties, we hope to establish a more complete solution on crops to boost sustainable agriculture and give the best play to our technical advantages. Here's another example. This is the results of one of our products, AG Silence. With such a solution, the reduction of pesticide use can be as high as 50.6%. As for the three major diseases, the sheath light, blast, and false smart. The results are also obvious. Our solutions can help reduce the occurrence of such diseases, thus increasing the yield of the crops. As for productivity and yield and income, our solutions can also help increase the yield by 7.4%. And after deducting the costs, the income of the farmers can be increased by 114 yuan per month. And the drug use reduction rate can be as high as 62.4%, while the growth in the use can be around 70,000 tons per month, increasing 1 billion RMB yuan in income for farmers. As for the application of our solutions, with the support of the company and multiple agricultural associations, we have also been organizing colorful drug use training for farmers according to local conditions and the needs of the farmers. In this way, we hope to increase their awareness and knowledge about pesticide use. And thanks to our efforts in the past decades, our technologies and our company itself have received a wide recognition from the public and the government. If we look at the development of the company, we have been putting emphasis on our green products and solutions. Going forward, we would also like to take the opportunity created by the event to get more support from the government and the public to cooperate with other agricultural businesses to expand our operation to the whole value chain. So as to apply our eco-friendly solutions and products to the production and benefit the sustainability of the whole industry. Thank you. In the presentation of Mr. Meng, we can tell that as a major chemical company in the world, BASF focuses on agricultural solutions. And in this area, the company emphasizes sustainability through innovation as well. In the presentation, Mr. Meng demonstrated as their work with specific data. For example, he has shown us the company can help farmers increase productivity while reducing the use of pesticide. In this way, they can increase agricultural output and better conserve the environment. The goal of the Chinese government in agriculture is also to ensure food security, agricultural development, and the growth of income for farmers. So in this regard, BASF has indeed made great contributions. So thank you once again for your presentation, Mr. Meng. Now let's move on to the third speaker, Mr. Benz from Big Dutchman, China. Welcome.
Yeah. Okay. 女士们、乡亲们，早上好。
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
English. About me, for those who don't know me, my name is Walter Benz. I represent Big Dutchman in China the last 7 years. Before I've been 9 years in Malaysia. So overall, my experience in Asia is 16 years. Big Dutchman is the world market leader for farm equipment for chicken, layer, and pig. And we cover basically the whole world. We are in every continent and have more than 30 offices worldwide. We are mainly in equipment, climate control. We do software. We do consulting services. We do as well the buildings, not only the internal equipment. And we are as well dominantly now in manure treatment, exhaust air treatment, and animal welfare. Exhaust air treatment, animal welfare help significantly to reduce emissions and to have a reasonable carbon asset management. Let me introduce you 3 practices, especially on digital farming and sustainability, which we have introduced recently as innovations. I will start with a cloud-based farm management software, which is called BFN Fusion. We come up with that in the last 2-3 years, and it's already very successful all over the world. We have developed a lot of big data solutions for that, and it's already in place with a lot of customers here in China. So the demands in general on modern husbandry and its products have increased dramatically all over the world in the recent years in China as well. So especially our customers, producers with large farms at multiple locations, where it is even difficult to find reasonable labor forces, they face complex challenges if they want to run a sustainable and profitable business. So a business in China, a farm, very often they're operating many different farms at different places, very much in rural locations. Animal welfare and food safety becomes more critical. Flexibility and the ability to act quickly are essential factors. And of course, everything has to be documented and has to be, especially in our industry, to be traceable. So the challenges is that the customers must collect data very fast and store it, increasingly amounts of specific data. And this data must be available at any time. So our goals are clear. We have enabled to our customers to become more data-driven and make better decisions. We have to expand our digital tools from the farm to the supply chain level, deliver tools that addresses the key challenges of our customers, and deliver tools which create value. And we want to be preferred partner for digitizations. So the USPs of our solution is in particular that we provide a standardized data in a cloud-based solution, and it includes all the value chain, meaning not only the farm, but we can include feed mills, slaughterhouses, hatcheries, feed silos, and more. And we can all manage this data centrally, including data from the ERP system of the customer. So as a user, you can easily access all this production relevant information in comprehensive form, and it's bundled in a cloud-based form. The important thing is as well that BFN Fusion helps as well to collect the data to reduce emissions and to help on building a carbon asset management system. So we talked recently to a company in China, which is auditing our customers in order to become able to get trade certificates for when they have reduced emissions. And we are able basically with our software to support this process and to bring our customers into the situation to have additional benefits and savings on that. The interesting thing is as well that this cannot only be, the system that we have cannot be only connected to our farms, which we have built. It can be connected as well to farms which have been maybe developed by our competitors. So we can connect it with the software that we have. We can connect the farms of all customers. And it's independent as well. If you have internet on the site, thanks to a mobile data transfer, BF Fusion can be even used in remote areas that have no standard internet connection. The technical base of BF Fusion is Microsoft Azure standard software, and it's located here and stored in China. It's a cloud computing system which is used by many different successful companies as well, and it guarantees neutral data storage. So your data is not transferred to us, but it's basically always remain with you in the cloud. The second system which I want to is basically our latest innovation. It's called Vitality Monitoring System, VIM, and it's basically a system that allows you to scan bird cages, and via a laser technique you can identify dead birds. So this helps you to improve your biosecurity system, because the diseases or potential diseases cannot spread very fast. It prevents as well egg blockages from happening, and you can always have a very fast and clear look at your birds, and it helps as well to reduce labor forces, which are anyway not easy these days to get it in rural areas. So results will be shown here on the controller, as I'm showing here, for example, in which row the dead bird is sitting, and the total number of dead birds in this row as well. So it's a single user version, but it can be used, as I showed before, in BF Fusion, our digital system, as can be integrated as well in our software, and so it's as well able to use it as a Wi-Fi system. So as I mentioned before, you can reduce labor force. You need less people to monitor this on a manual basis. You can improve your biosecurity system, especially on a high-tier system. Sometimes we build farms which are up to 10 or even 12 tiers, and it's much more difficult to check that. And if you check too slow, maybe diseases will spread. And overall, you can combine it with BF Fusion, which I've shown before. My last topic is, which is a very interesting topic as well, is to talk about insect farming. This is our latest topic in terms of product portfolio. Insect farming has become has gained significant attention due to its potential to address various challenges, including sustainable food production and resource efficiency. So by harnessing this power of insects, we can tap into a highly efficient and sustainable protein source. So it can, especially in Europe, where we have already built farms, it will replace in particular fish meal. So insects such as mealworms and black soldier flies, and black soldier flies is our preferred insect. They provide an excellent alternative to traditional livestock farming. Not only do they require significantly less land, water, and feed, they also emit fewer greenhouse gases. So as well as it will help as well, again, for sustainability and carbon asset management. When we look a bit into figures, we see that overall this market is going to develop. It will deliver in the future more employees who work in this industry. It will lead to more investments. Here, in this case, there are estimates in up to 3 billion euro in 2025. And this market overall is going to grow in different areas. You see on the right side, pet food, aquaculture, laying hens. So it will be used for as feeding for pets and as well the other animals. Yeah, when we looked at the insect industry value chain as it works today, the insect farm, which you see on the top, begins with the sourcing of insects. Insect can be sourced through insect farms and where they are reared specifically for commercial purposes. You go through this circle of first having the flies, getting the eggs, do the rearing, farming, and finally getting the powder or the protein powder from that. At this stage, the insect shall be situated in controlled environment. So it's a fully automated process that we can introduce. I will introduce it on a later slide, how this works. So when you look at the full circle, on one hand, we can utilize the waste of the insects into fertilizer. On the other hand, we can process insects into food and pet food. So our harvesting, we go through these different steps, which I said before. And we can even use on the left side residual material from food production can be again used in order to feed the insects. So there is a full circle where you can use residual waste and residual material, which again is interesting in the sense of sustainability. So this is a market where global forecasts, for in this case here, Rabobank estimate that this market will grow significantly over the next years, and there are other even more optimistic ones that they say alone the black soldier fly is by 2030 can reach a volume of 2.1 billion euro. Yeah, to talk a bit about the cycle, the life cycle of a black soldier fly is around 30 to 40 days. It starts with the fly section. Then the egg will be there in 1 to 2, or the egg will take to grow in 1 to 2 days. Into a so-called baby larvae for 5 to 7 days, into larvae medium size 6 to 8 days, and we have the pupa, and finally we have the adult. Some of the adults will be reproduced then again to get eggs. The other one will be harvesting, and then we get the protein meal. We have in the meantime automized this in a full-blown automatic process from the fly cage to the final harvesting of the insects. So this includes from our side, and this is very similar maybe to a pig production as of today from weaner to finish. This includes a feeding system, which is liquid feeding, which is something as well which we use for pig production. It's climate system, because the insects, of course, there's a better production when there's the right climate. So we need a climate system for larvae and flies. We have crates for the larvae, and we have a fly cage system, and last but not least, air cleaning and recovery. So meaning there's a full process, including all our equipment. And we have already, if someone of you might have in the future the opportunity, we have already built a farm in Denmark. Production site is 20,000 square meters. We can produce around 100 tons per day. So means 36,000 tons fly protein meal per year. And constructions will be completed within this year. I myself had not a look at it yet, but now I think this year I will go as well and have a look at the production. And this is something as well where we talk to some customers in the meantime in China to roll this out to China. And there are potential 2 customers. One is waste management companies who have already today access to waste like kitchen waste. And for example, we have as well customers in our industry who are interested, of course, to find alternatives for feeding and to look at option what they do with their menu. So that is another option for our existing customers, but as well new customers. Thank you very much. Xie.
So globally speaking, we can see the big data, cloud computing, artificial IoT, and other digital technologies, and how these technologies integrate with agriculture. From Mr. Walter Benz's presentation, he introduced how to use digital technologies to expand the value chain of agriculture. And he also listed some examples of his company's solution. And he also introduced the status of the insect industry in Europe, and his presentation is really inspiring. Thank you once again for your sharing. Next, let's welcome our fourth speaker from Mr. Yuan Quanshui from Henan Yifa Animal Husbandry.
Distinguished guests, good morning. I'm very honored to briefly introduce our company to you. My topic today is Sino-German cooperation to build high-end breeding farms to help the transformation and upgrading of animal husbandry. My presentation can be broken down to 4 parts. First, I will briefly introduce Henan Yifa Company. It is a conventional pig breeding and raising company. The company was established in 2004, and we have been working in the industry for 19 years. The company is also in line with China's action plan on seed and animal breeding. We participated in the Sino-German pig industry cooperation since 2015. We have breeding farms in Hebei, Henan Province, Zhao, Henan Province, and Anyang Province, and Anyang, Henan Province. Our business has 2 sections, namely the semen product industry and the pig industry. YUAN company is one of our subsidiaries. It is a nation-level pig breeding base, and it's also a nation-level TRRS-free company. In 2016, we signed a cooperative agreement under the Sino-German Cooperation Project in Hebei, Henan Province. The project has 5 sub-projects. First, the breeding board stud. Second, waste treatment station. Third, the major farm. Fourth, the fattening farm. And the 5th, the breeding farm. The 5 sub-projects are also in line with the objective of the farm. Later on, based on the 5 sub-projects, we dived deeper. And by last year, the 5th project has been concluded. Now I will briefly introduce the first sub-project. It started in 2015. Originally, we planned to upgrade the pig stables. So with the guidance of German experts, we established a new breeding board stable. All the pigs here are reared in large stalls. In China, In most farms, the pigs are raised individually, but our pig farm is different. Meanwhile, the positive pressure air filtration system is also applied. In 2018, the pig farm is recognized as a nation-level genetically improved breeding boar stud and a national disease-free breeding boar stud. On top of that, we also launched an operation manual to optimize working procedure with the help of German experts so as to improve efficiency. So here is the picture of the boar's stable. The raising efficiency has been increased together with the quality of the pig sperm. And also in the first sub-project, the German experts also provided guidance on frozen sperm technology. The second sub-project is about waste treatment. Since we are a pig farming company, we need to better make use of the pig manure. Based on the original biogas company, we upgraded technologies and company structure. We exchanged technologies on water-saving methods and feed nutrition management technologies with the German side, and also launched systematic training on crop animal production balance to better make use of the animal waste. In this process, technologies and management approaches such as microecological preparations, high-efficiency water savers, foam cleaning agents, and high-pressure hot water cleaning are applied, greatly improving our work efficiency. All the pig feces and are collected, stored, and transported in airtight containers, and then they can go through anaerobic fermentation. Then the biogas can be used to generate electricity for the pig houses, and the liquid digested can be used as fertilizer in the field crops. Therefore, we have formed a circular model in our business. Well, the third sub-project is a major farm. In this project, we aim to ensure the health of the pigs and biosecurity. At the same time, we also make efforts to ensure animal welfare by introducing advanced concepts from Germany. Many toys are put in the pig stables to reduce the stress of the pigs. In this regard, as a pig raising company, we not only receive the guidance from the German side, but also communicate and exchange our experience with the whole industry in China through training courses and online courses. Therefore, in the major farm, the weeklies cleaned per sow per year increased to 30 from the original 23.4. So there are 7 more pigs. Meanwhile, the proportion of weak pigs also dropped by about 1/3 compared with the past. The picture here shows German experts providing guidance to us. In pig farms, the production environment is generally poorer than other businesses. So as you can see, the German experts were giving us a lot of advice. Well, the fourth sub-project is a new demonstration farm. We built many new pig stables and also upgraded old ones. In this project, we introduced a feed kitchen system for the first time to achieve precise group feeding. And the technology is also from the big Dutchman. At the same time, we also borrow the feeding model from Germany and use animal-friendly feeding equipment. The fifth sub-project is the largest one among the five. It takes us the longest time. During the construction of the project, we also went through a large flooding because the geographic location of the site is relatively low. So the flooding affected the construction of the project a lot at that time and postponed our construction. In this sub-project, we combined the new breeding farm and the waste treatment station together. We designed the breeding farm according to animal welfare standards and adopt small environment automatic control and sub-high efficiency air filtration systems. New techniques such as feed pre-fermentation and liquid feeds are used. We also built the largest automatic measurement station on pig growth. Let's say in the 52 weeks of a year, every single pig will be measured and weighted so as to select the best birds. We also can collect all the pig urine and adopt anaerobic fermentation of it. So this is the photo of our cluster. The part on the left is the manure treatment sector. To introduce high-quality varieties, the expert of our company also went to Germany to select backup breeding stocks. In December 2022, we introduced pathogen-free breeding stocks from France. After that, we assessed all the pigs. Meanwhile, the offspring analysis and assessment are also applied. While the picture on the right shows the results of our analysis. On pig breeding, with exchange genetics with other pig farms. We also build mobile boar stalls. The pigs here are also raised in large stalls. The mobile stables are all the same with those in Project 2. With such stalls, we can carry out joint breeding on pigs in China. In 2018, China suffered a lot from the African swine fever outbreak. So in the phase 2 of the project, the German experts also added a project on disease prevention and control. During our work, we focused on 10 major points and 4 major fronts. We adopted 3 major systems and also assure that every worker has 3 biosafety certificates. thus building a complete disease control system. The photo here shows our working scene on biosecurity training and on-site assessment. The experts gave the farmers demonstration sessions and training sessions. The third part of the presentation is about the upgrading and transformation of the industry under the Sino-German cooperation project. On the one hand, we have basically achieved transformation for high-quality development and upgraded technologies, management models, and breeding techniques and semen products. As a result, the MSY can reach 30, and the semen product is also standardized to ensure product quality. The Yifa Animal Husbandry Company has also been recognized as a nation-level breeding board stud and a national genetic improvement project pilot company. On March 2023, Vice Premier Liu Guozhong visited our company. And Vice Premier Gu Zhenghua also visited our company before. The photo here shows the first chairman of the Standing Committee of the National People's Congress visiting Yifa company. And this spring, the agricultural counselor of the German embassy in China, Ms. Frederick Dorfler, and the representative of the DLG, Ms. Zhang Li, also visited our company. Going forward, we aim to promote high-end swan breeding. Since our breeding farm has been put into operation, we have a solid foundation to better provide breeding stocks and semen products. And secondly, we aim to provide prime and safe port to the Chinese market. Thirdly, we seek to improve circular farming to contribute to environment conservation, carbon emission reduction, and agricultural sustainability. And lastly, we aim to contribute to the transformation of China's pig industry to boost high-quality development. And we will also continue to exchange our experiences with the industry. That's the end of my presentation. Thank you very much. Well, the Sino-German agricultural cooperation has a long history. And Mr. Yuan also introduced the results and achievements of the cooperation project. So this is also a great example for China, Sino-German agricultural cooperation. In this regard, we have reviewed a lot of experience, and going forward, I hope that the two countries can launch more cooperation on smart farming. Now let's welcome the fifth speaker today, Mr. Peter Zhao from LEMKEN, China.
Distinguished leaders, colleagues, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. First, I'd like to thank Foreign Economic Cooperation Center of MARA and Sino-German Agricultural Center for organizing this workshop. And my theme today is creating sustainable value chains through the integration of LEMKEN intellectual weight control technology. And here I'd like to share with you a video. We think the two key elements along the agricultural value chain are soil health and biosecurity. LEMKEN is a relatively young country and a leading country and a young company and a leading company in agricultural machinery. But it also enjoys a very long history of 240 years. Now we have 9 plants. And our plant in Qingdao City have a history of 12 years. And in Jiangsu City of Xinjiang, in China, we will also establish a automated farm. The traditional value chain of production is farming, is plowing, seeding, and harvesting. And today, what I'm going to talk about is a relatively new farming practices. Among all the agricultural engineering companies, we ranked 5 in Germany. And today, I'd like to talk about crop protection. As legislation grows and people also have growing demand for food security and food safety, so the usage of chemical fertilizer and pesticides is decreasing. In the past, we have traditional weight control method. These are photos taken by ourselves. The first one is the production of vegetables in Zhangjiakou City of Hebei province. The photo in the middle is field sprayer, and the third one is weight control by drone. These traditional methods may lead to environmental pollution, including the pollution of soil and water, as well as air. In the Huangai farm in Jiangsu province, which is a demo farm of China Sino-German cooperation, such traditional method of weight control can also be found. And the wasted plastic and bottles of chemical fertilizers and pesticides will continue to damage the soil and restrain crop growth. And for root crops, the use of chemical pesticides can lead to yield reduction of 100 to 200 kilograms per mole. And as for human health, people pay more attention to the foods they eat. And some foreigners have misunderstanding about our food. And I received a delegation from Germany, and he thought that Chinese food was unsafe, so he refused to eat anything in China for the first 3 days during his stay. He just drank German beer. And that was a misunderstanding, but we can see the importance of food safety issue from this case. And European Union has prohibited the imports of Chinese tea due to the residue of pesticides. And in the past, we would take some Chinese tea to our German friends, but now it is prohibited. And proceeding from the demands of our clients, we have provided state-of-art technology and WADAs to our clients. These are the customized intellect WADA provided for our clients. It uses the identification and a GPS system to recognize the weights so as to have more accurate weight control practices. This is a protection system for mono-row crops. And this is the inter-row wader we introduced to China. The picture in the middle is the land before wading, and here is a video. This is the scene of our field operation. In the northeast China, it has very high efficiency. And after operation, we can see the weight control effect is very good. This machine is also applied in the organic farm with an area of about 300,000 mu of land. And the land is planted with organic corn. Here is a comparison for weight control technology. And we take sugar beet as an example. The farm is in Husbandry city. As for field sprayer, we take John Deere's field sprayer as an example. The cost of that machine was 1 million yuan. So the cost of chemical weight control is about 1.2 million yuan per 10,000 mu per year. And as for labor weight control, the biggest challenge is that you cannot find enough labor to do the weight control. As for example, in Zhangjiakou City, the workers worked from works in the morning, and in 11 a.m., the laborers will go home and they do not continue their work. So you cannot find enough labor for weight control. LEMKEN's intelligent machine weight control, the cost is about 150,000 per year. And it is about 1 million yuan of cost saving per year. And for field farming, it is a very cost-saving production method. And we have a client bought 30 waders from our company. And besides the pre-planting preparation, that farm replace labor weight control with our machines completely. And it has very high work efficiency and also reduce pollution. The advantage of machinery weight control is it is cost saving and environmental friendly. It is also in line with the philosophy of green is gold. And lastly, it is also in line with our government policies and can benefit in our future generations. Thank you very much. Mr. Zhao introduced as how to combine smart technology with agricultural machinery. From the cases he introduced, we can see how technology can help farmers reduce their costs and also protects the environment as well. So this is a very typical case. And next, let's welcome the sixth speaker, Mr. WANG Wei, to introduce healthy new tea drinks.
好。
Good morning, distinguished guests. Welcome to the beautiful city of Bengbu. Agribusiness Catering Management Company is a local company, and today I want to introduce one of our beverage brands, Tianlala. The brand is developed in Bengbu City. It focuses on fruit tea and has been working on it for 9 years. In 2021, the sales revenue of the brand reached 1.2 billion RMB yuan and contributed 70.4 million yuan to tax revenue. We also created around 3,000 jobs in the city. The Tianlala fruit tea is different from conventional beverages because all of our beverages are made with fresh tea and fruits. Therefore, it varies a lot from the conventional carbonated drinks. But how to make sure that our tea is fresh and healthy? First of all, we establish a traceability system in the supply chain that covers the crop field to the outlets. Secondly, we also apply digital technologies to ensure whole process food safety. And lastly, in the outlets, we also improve storage and outlet management to make sure that our tea drinks are fresh and healthy. Now I will briefly introduce the supply chain system of the Tianlala brand. We have constructed our own production, storage, and transportation bases. So our supply chain runs through the whole business, covering product design, raw material procurement, production, transportation, storage, and sales. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. I'm afraid we need to switch another speaker to introduce our company. Our apologies once again. Now I will continue to introduce the Tianlala brand on behalf of our CEO. In our business, we established a middle office system and early warning system to ensure digitalized management so as to support our decision making. On top of that, we also introduce molecular gastronomy technologies into the research and development of our new products. And moving on to the storage system, by 2024, we will build 15 warehouses across China so that all the products and raw materials can be delivered and transported within a day. On top of that, we also improve outlet management and monitoring through employee training. Low carbon approach has also been adopted in our company by replacing ordinary plastic straws with the polylactic acid straws so as to reduce CO2 emissions. So the ultimate mission and vision of our company is that given that food security of utmost importance among consumers, we will continue to provide affordable and healthy drinks for our consumers. Going forward, we also made some international strategies and plans. We have opened 6 outlets in Indonesia. Going forward, we will expand our presence in Southeast Asia and hope to operate in North America, Europe, and the Middle East in 2025, and hope that one day we will see you in Germany. Thank you. Thank you to representatives from the Tianlala. In their presentation, they also mentioned a traceability system. Actually, in China, on cash crops such as herbal medicines, fruits, and vegetables, farmers are all trying to further deploy traceability technologies. Also, the company, as they said, has also deployed digital technologies to improve management efficiency. So I think all the speakers have given us an inspiring session. The topics vary a lot. Some of them focus on agriculture, while others focus on the industry. So the diversified topics must have shed a light in our future work. So the session might better help us improve eco-friendly agriculture. And also, we have seen that the improvement of agricultural efficiency and the environmental conservation are not contrasting each other. And that is indeed very encouraging for us who work in the industry. So we really need to further explore the possibility solutions and practices in our work.